Hi Cancer, this is your horoscope for June 2017. Thanks for joining me. It's really nice to be with you today. Now from the 24th of May, going through until the 10th of June, Venus, the planet of love and beauty and creativity, it conjuncts Uranus, which is the planet of rebellion and eccentricity, and both of them are sitting in Aries in your 10th house. So they start to blend their energies together when they conjunct. And what that means is that you really have a strong love and a strong vision of what you're wanting to achieve in your working life. You're really on all systems go mode when it comes to your career, and you really have the potential to overcome obstacles in your working life and to really move ahead. So this period up until the 10th of June, if you want to take the next step in your career, if you want to be promoted, if you want to make a lateral move, if you want to earn more money, you will be very, very clear on what it is you want right now and what you enjoy about your work and what you can do to enjoy it even more, whether that's the content of your work or how you're being paid for the work. The first 10 days you should really focus on that, because if you take a risk in one of these areas, first of all, you will have the motivation to overcome any fears and to take the risk and to go and try and make things better for yourself. And also, it's very likely that you'll get what it is you want. So really make sure you use that energy. On the 5th of June, Mars, the archetypal male principle, goes into your sign of Cancer, and it stays there all month. So Mars is the energy of I want what I want when I want it. It doesn't like being in your sign of Cancer very much because you're far more focused on nurturing other people and you're not really focused on galloping forward. But this month is interesting a little bit because Mars kind of forces you, and it kind of makes you a little bit more up than you usually would be. You may experience nervous energy or running anxiety. That energy is there and it's meant to be used for you to overcome hurdles and obstacles in your career, in your working life. So if you feel ill at ease, it's because you're meant to channel that energy into your career. If you're retired, then the energy, the sense of not being at ease is about expansion in what you're working on. There needs to be progress. Your chart wants you to progress this month. On the 6th of June, we have Venus, the planet of love and beauty, going into Taurus, and that happens in your 11th house. So, along with the desire to push forward in your career, the reason for that is that Venus is really telling you that now's the time of your life to work towards realizing your hopes and dreams. Mercury is also in that 11th house in Taurus. So both of these personal planets, they're saying, Cancer, you know what it is you want to do. You know what the goal is. That's not a question. But the problem is sometimes finding the courage to maybe push forward, or it's even finding the motivation to put yourself out and to have to go through all of these things to move ahead. What I'm telling you is if you put in the legwork and if you try to make your situation in life better, you will not be disappointed in June and you will be able to make major progress. And again, like I said, especially when it comes to your working life, because these energies are there in your 10th house, career, the 11th house, realizing hopes and dreams when it comes to your career. On the 7th of June, all the way through until the 21st of June, Mercury, the communication planet, moves into Gemini, and that happens in your 12th house. Now, Mercury in Gemini is ideal. Couldn't be any better because Mercury rules Gemini, therefore Mercury is highly empowered and is able to give you messages, and what it really does is it gives you spiritual strength and a certainty of what you're doing. That transiting Mercury sitting next to your transiting midheaven, again work, and the Sun in Gemini all of which are in your 12th house. So that gives you the spiritual strength and the courage to walk through lots of different doorways and to take risks and to find out what really makes your soul sing and what really gets you going and motivates you and fires you up. So my Cancer friends this month are all going to be looking around and seeing what opportunities are available to them. And you, Cancer, so far, in terms of the signs of the zodiac, you really are able to make major transformations here and to take a lot more focused, proactive kind of, to be more proactive consistently throughout June than you usually would be, and therefore you are able to achieve more than you usually would achieve. That lasts from the 7th of June until the 21st, okay? So that's 2 weeks really, where it's all about looking at different options that would serve you better. On the 9th of June, we have the full moon in Sagittarius. I will make a separate video on the full moon and the new moon. I do that every month because these events are often complex and I do separate videos to just give you the in-depth meaning. But for you, Cancer, the full moon occurs in your 6th house of day-to-day routine, work, and it's in Sagittarius. So you will get ideas around the full moon in terms of, okay, this is the direction I would like to go in. This is now how I would like to expand. So it's a process of elimination. You realize something's off, you want to make changes. It'll start to become clearer pretty early in the month here. And then when the 9th of June comes around, you'll have a pretty good idea of where you want to go, what direction you want to move in. From the 16th of June, lasting until the 22nd of November, so pretty much the rest of the year, Neptune goes retrograde. Neptune is the planet of dreams and aspirations. It's very happily placed in Pisces because it rules that sign, and it's in your 9th house of expansion and growth. So I'm sorry that I'm starting to repeat myself, Cancer, but everything in your chart this month is all about dreaming of what could be done, what the future could be, and how you can take action and be practical to make that a reality. Because you're someone who often thinks quite small in the sense that your focus is on nurturing other people. So you're not thinking small, but I expressed that badly. It's not that you think small, I would say you think specifically much more about other people and individuals rather than thinking along these bombastic plans that you have for your own life and these huge structures you're going to create and the tycoon you're going to become. That's not the default setting for Cancer to think that way. A Leo would think that way. How can I get the most attention, for instance? Okay, but this month you're really being supported to dream big and to see and to look at what you could achieve, what your maximum potential is, and to actually believe that you can achieve it and get there and to put in the legwork to make that happen. So I really see that there is big change and a lot of opportunities available for you here. Also on the 16th of June, going through until the 5th of July, Mars begins to trine that Neptune in your 9th. And Mars is that feeling of frustration. Remember, a trine is when two planets are 120 degrees apart and they support each other. So Mars will urge and push that Neptune to really say, give me the information so I can realize my hopes and dreams and I can do them now because I'm tired of being frustrated. I want to make the changes now. So there's no doubt, there's no fear, there's no reluctance. It's like, I'm ready, I want to go. I want to do what needs to be done. And that's very uncharacteristic for you. So I feel good and I'm excited about June for you, Cancer, because you get very clear, very focused, and it's like, let's go. On the 21st of June, going through until the 6th of July, Mercury moves into your sign of Cancer, and it joins the Sun and Mars, which are also in Cancer, in your 1st house. Mercury in Cancer, you totally understand yourself. You totally understand what's going on within. By this time of the month now, you've got the answers. The Sun is in Cancer. It's your birthday. It's like a birthday present. Mars in Cancer says, okay, we've got the information. What are we going to do with it now? Let's go for it. Okay, so it pushes you forward and you're really able to build or make a start in building the structures of your hopes and dreams for your future life here in June. The penny drops. You get it. I personally think that is the hardest thing. You know, if I'm 5 years old and I know I want to be a vet, then that's so easy. Then I can go to school and do well and choose the subjects that will allow me to be a veterinarian at the end of it. I think it's much more problematic for people who don't know what they want to do. And for any of you Cancers who are a little bit lost, who don't know what career you should take, you will be supported by June. It will give you this information and you can then make a choice and take action. So it's super empowering for you this month. Finally, on the 24th of June, we have the new moon also in your sign of Cancer. So you end the month really well. The new moon, again, I'll make a separate video, but it's when the sun and the moon sit together and the moon pulls in this energy. It's pulling your energy in, so you feel totally comfortable in your own skin. You feel super confident, super at ease, contented. You're able to communicate very well, you're articulate, you come across perfectly. So again, it's time to take risks, to do things like go for job interviews or to pursue the things that you want, because other people will respond well to you. And if you're doing this on your own terms, if you're setting yourself up as self-employed, you're not crippled with fear and doubt. If anything, you're being pushed and motivated and forced by Mars to take this action to move ahead and to make progress in June. So that's what I get for you this month. I hope it gives you something to go on. If you would like a private reading with me, I can draw up your birth chart by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, I can use sunrise. And what I can do is I can look at your chart and we can look at what your vocational aptitudes are, what your soul purpose is. I can also put the transits around that chart then and see what's coming up in future and how this is going to affect you specifically. But that said, this is a month for you Cancer where you really are going to hear with Neptune and all of the energy in your first, you're going to get some clarity within yourself. So spend a little bit of time with that. Writing things down, in my experience, always works very well. And look at your options and almost do it as a process of elimination. Okay, so this is an idea, that's 8 out of 10, that idea 5 out of 10, this is 10 out of 10. Let's go with that one. And again, like I said, I think there's a connection with work. And if you're retired or if you're a student, then what you're working on. So yeah, so that's what I get for you in June. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. If you like my videos and you want to support me, the easiest way to support me is to hit that subscribe button. It really makes a big difference to me. And I'll speak to you next month.